What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another new video. So this is my 2018 F80 M3. It's pretty stock. Just got a few things on there, wheels, tires, coilovers, a little bit of carbon goodies, but I like to track this car. So this specific car I haven't been to the track with yet, but I have tracked another F80 before this. But today we're gonna be doing some maintenance, just an oil change today. So if you know, maintenance is one of the most important things that we need to do before an oil change. These cars don't really need much if you're gonna track it. But some of the stuff that I did, just as a little bit of preventative maintenance, I have stainless steel brake lines, upgraded brake pads, obviously we have wheels and tires, and we have a set of coilovers. We're gonna do a fresh oil change. I do these about every 3,000 miles. So I've had this car just at 3,000 miles now, so it's time to do that. We'll swap the filter and we should be good to go. So I'm gonna walk you guys through what the process looks like. It should be pretty simple, won't take too long, but let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is walk you through what I'm using. So this is Motul 8100 XS. This is a 5W40. We have 7 liters of that. We have a brand new OEM filter. This comes with all the little gaskets and stuff that you need, little O-rings inside. And then we also have this, which is an oil filter kit, oil analysis kit. This is from Blackstone. So basically you just request them to send you one of these, or as many as you want. They send them to you for free, and then you ship them back. Comes with a shipping label, you ship them back, and they will do an oil report for you. I think it's like $30 or $35. Just lets you know, you put in some of your info, like how many miles are on the motor, what motor it is, any mods, how long it's been between oil changes, and they'll give you some info about all the metals in your oil, how it looks, how your engine health looks, if there's anything you need to pay attention to. So otherwise, we just got some tools. I have the Blackstone oil filter housing. So it uses a 10 millimeter hex or Allen. So we're gonna use that to take off the oil filter. And then I believe it's a 14 millimeter underneath. I could be wrong. We'll just need a jack, some jack stands, and an oil filter pan, and we can get it all drained out. So let's get to it. Okay, so now that we got the car all jacked up, we have the oil pan underneath. We're going to just go ahead and take off the oil cap, the oil filler cap. Set this to the side. And then the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and take out the drain plug, and we will be able to let it start draining. While it's draining, we'll go ahead and we'll swap the filter. We'll get all the O-rings swapped in, clean it up, put it in here, and then we can go ahead and put the drain plug back in after it's been draining for a while, and we'll go ahead and get the new oil in. Okay, so I know it's a little bit hard to see under here without the light, but so we have the drain bolt right here. We're gonna go ahead and get that off. So we got the pan situated underneath, just like this. We got the bolt loosened, and so this is for the oil test. So basically what we're gonna do is they want you to do it about halfway out of the oil pour. So we're gonna let it pour out for a few seconds, then we'll open this up, stick it underneath, let it fill up, pull it out, and we will be good. So I got some towels with me just in case, and let's go ahead and get this done. All right, so we've got it pouring out. Wait a few seconds, let it drain, and we'll stick it under. There we go. As you can see, it's a little messy sometimes, but not too bad. And we're just gonna go ahead and let this pour for a few minutes. We'll go up to the top side and start getting the oil filter taken apart. So let's get to that. Okay, so now that we've got the oil draining down there, let's go ahead and loosen this up. This is just a 10 millimeter Allen. Just want to take this one nice and slow, no rush. Then we can get the rest by hand. And then we're just going to take this. As soon as we get it off, flip it upside down, we'll walk it over, or we can go change the filter. It's a little hot. So I can hear it draining. I'm just gonna let it drain for a little bit. So I can actually hear underneath the pan is releasing a little bit more oil. So I know releasing the filter here let a little bit more out. So that's why we wanna leave it out before we put the plug back in. gonna go ahead and use a glove since it's a little warm. So we're gonna let it drain out as much as possible without missing. And we can just rotate this, and we'll take this over to go get cleaned up. So we have the oil filter, and this is everything that we have new. So here we have the new oil filter. Then we have the main O-ring. This is the one that goes right here on the outside. Then we have two other O-rings. One that goes up top here, and the crush washer. So this is the crush washer for the, oh, you can't see it. This is the small ring that goes right here. And then we also have crush washer, and this is what's gonna go back onto the new nut before we place it down. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to get this first O-ring off. And we can go ahead and get this last O-ring off. Okay, now that we have all that done, seal up this bag. We do not need that anymore. And we're gonna go ahead and clean this out so that we can get, there's just a little bit of oil remaining in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump this into the oil pan. We can clean this up, clean up the threads, and we can start putting on the new gaskets. So what we're gonna clean is, we're just gonna clean up these threads, try and get most of the oil out of here. You can see it picks up a decent amount. Like I said, we're just gonna clean off these threads, get all the way in there, get them all cleaned up. So let's go ahead and start with the filter. Just gonna throw the filter in. We're gonna do numbers up, the way the old filter was. Just squeezes on in there. Get the large O-ring on. Just push it down into place. And then finally we can take the small O-ring, squeeze it on. It's a little difficult sometimes. There we go. And we're ready to go back onto the car. So let's go ahead and get this thrown back on, and then we can start filling it with oil. Okay, so while we're here, just gonna try and get some of the oil that's stuck in these threads. Let's clean that off. Don't need any of that. Get that all taken care of. And now we can go ahead and put the new one in. And then we'll torque this down with a torque wrench. Okay, so we got our torque wrench, and we're just gonna go to 25 Newton meters. So let's get that in there. There we go. So really not very tight at all. There we go, we're all good. So let's go ahead and get the bolt cleaned up underneath. We'll get the crush washer put in. We'll get it screwed into the bottom of the car, and then we can start filling it. Okay, so we got the bottom torqued up, all cleaned up. The bottom bolt is torqued to 15 foot-pounds. The top oil filter here is torqued to 18 foot-pounds. So let's go ahead and start pouring our oil into the car. We're just gonna let that drain for a minute. We'll go ahead and go open up the new oil pit. Okay, now we've got our next one. And here's the final bottle. We can take out our oil funnel. And we'll get the cap thrown back on. That's it, we're all good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get inside the car. We're gonna check the miles just so that I can record it. I'll let the car run for a few minutes and then we'll be all good. All right, there you have it. We have the oil change completed. So I got a photo of my mileage so I can go record that. Other than that, we got some other little maintenance that we still gotta do. We're gonna do one more brake fluid flush. I have some brake fluid that I just got in, so gonna wait a little bit before I do that. The track day is not for another about a month or so before I'm going. So I'm also gonna go ahead and swap. I have some more aggressive pads that I'm gonna put on the car, and then we'll be all prepped. But got that oil change done. I think we're just at over 3,000 miles, so maybe 3,100 miles since the last one. We're gonna go ahead and get the oil analysis sent off. So that'll take usually about 3 to 4 weeks to get reviewed. And that just gives us some peace of mind. Lets us know how the engine's doing. Lets us know if there's any metal in the oil that we need to look out for or anything that we need to pay attention to. So that's gonna be it for today. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next one.